welcome back to our channel. So today we have an epic mukbang. We actually went to our favorite Thai food place in the world. Literally, this is the best Thai food you will ever have. It's a small little hole-in-the-wall place in Hollywood.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. You won't find any pad see ew like this. You won't find any chicken like this.
It's impeccable.
Literally, if you guys love KFC, Jollibee fried chicken, this is the best fried chicken you will ever have, and this will blow all your favorite fried chickens out of the water.
I just love how crispy it is, and then the chives with the spices.
Flavors.
It's amazing. Nat's Thai food on Vine in Hollywood.
We're gonna have all their information linked down below if you guys go there, or pictures on the wall, because we literally have become so close with the owners over the years.
This is the champion wing. This is, of course, your traditional pad see ew.
But it's so good.
It's so amazing. I want to stop you all from talking just so that we can eat.
Lex is hungry, you guys. Lex
Yeah.
just had band practice, and you know how band practice can be. Works up an appetite, right?
Yep.
I have Sun Cafe. It's the crab cake pasta.
Stop stealing
Okay.
all the chives. We're literally stealing all of them right now. You're not leaving any for me.
So these crab cakes are so delicious, and it tastes just like a crab. Just has like this fried, crunchy, like crabby taste. And the sauce is just like a garlicky, creamy sauce.
Like, this place is so good that we'll drive all the way to Hollywood, and we don't live close to Hollywood.
We bring all of our family members to this Thai food place. They are super fans once they try it. Like Steven, my cousin, every time we come up north, he asks us to bring him this fried chicken. So you guys, today we figured that we would discuss some true crime stories that we find the most interesting, because we've been watching a lot of Stephanie Sue's videos. So if you guys don't know who she is, she's just a mukbanger who tells these true crime stories, and we've been finding them so fascinating. We were literally driving to a Craigslist listing last night and watching Stephanie Sue the whole ride.
We got a free electric drum set yesterday.
Yes, we did.
For free. We were playing with it last night. It works perfectly.
Backstory behind that is, I need to build some stuff, and I was looking for scrap metal on Craigslist. When I get on there, I see this listing for a free electric drum set, and I thought it was fake. So the first thing I did was message the guy right away. He was like, oh, there's one person that's supposed to come tonight. They don't show up. I'll let you know. 2 minutes later, I get a text message, and he's like, if you want it, they can't come tonight. Come and get it. Christine was like, what? We have to go to Inglewood in the middle of the night? I was like,
Inglewood.
There was an Amazon Fresh across the street, so it was good.
So anyways, we go there, and sure enough, the guy was like
The guy was like, here's the code to my apartment building.
Yeah.
6969, beep, 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 beep. Let yourself in, and it'll be on the second floor. And it was right there.
right there, it's in the hallway.
Chris was so excited because Lex always talked about wanting to learn the drums, right? You manifested it into your life, sweetie.
I was gonna buy some from Guitar Center.
That's true. That's true.
The fact that it showed up in the free section, I was like, what?
What do you guys want to talk about? You guys want to talk about Elisa Lam? You guys want to talk about the cruise ship?
I want to ask, are you gonna eat that caper?
You can have a caper.
Thank you.
What topic?
Elisa Lam.
Yeah.
You guys might have heard about this, but in 2013, there was an elevator footage that got released in public by the police department of Los Angeles. But
You want to know what else was released in 2013?
what?
The MCR breakup letter. Anyways, go on.
That's so sad.
They're back together now. It doesn't matter.
So I doubt there's many of you who do not know about this case already. There has been a Ghost Adventures special within the last couple of months about Elisa Lam, who was the woman who was in this elevator footage, and she was just acting very strangely. Following that, there was a Netflix documentary released on what actually happened versus the paranormal conspiracy theory about what happened. If you've seen either one of those, comment down below. What are your guys' theories? Do you guys really believe that there was some paranormal tie to what happened, or do you feel like this was just merely a psychotic break from a woman who was under the influence of medication or a lack of medication?
They showed the autopsy for the drug report. There was medication in her body, but it was less than what she was prescribed.
So we're gonna go through the story in case some of you guys may not know about this, but in 2013 there was a woman named Elisa Lam who was a Canadian, and she decided to go on a vacation to California by herself for the first time. She was only about 21 years old when she took this vacation, and she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and she was on medication. But if you read her blog post from back then, she seemed like a very stable, just a very coherent, just smart young woman. So before she left, she asked her parents if she can go on this vacation by herself, and her parents are very protective, so they told her, as long as you call us every single day, you can go. Okay, so she went to San Diego first, and then she ended up taking a bus or something back up north to Los Angeles, where she stayed at the Cecil Hotel.
First of all, if I were her parents, by yourself, I don't know, because...
Well, she was 21 years old, so she stayed at the Cecil Hotel, which, by the way, if you guys don't know about the history of the Cecil Hotel, it was built in 1920s. It was a very ritzy, popular, fancy hotel back in the day, but eventually throughout the 1900s, it eventually started to become a rough area, and so eventually the richier, wealthier people didn't want to stay there anymore, and it became more of a housing development for low income and homeless people.
The hotel actually split the hotel into like 2 properties under one roof.
So there was a lot of murders, a lot of deaths were taking place there. Even the Night Stalker, what was his name again? Richard Ramirez. He was actually living at the Cecil Hotel while he was on his murder sprees in the 1980s. So this was just a very dark energy hotel. It had so much crime and such a negative image in the public that they wanted to rebrand themselves. It was in the 2000s that they decided to rebrand, to kind of split the hotel up to where the top half of the hotel would be the residents, who were the low-income citizens / homeless people who were just needing a place to stay for the night. Maybe they wanted to like have a prostitute come over, something like that. It was just a very crazy hotel. So they decided to make the bottom portion of the Cecil Hotel not technically a part of the Cecil Hotel, but they decided to rename the lower level Stay on Main.
Stay on Main.
So literally, if you're a tourist and you book your stay at Stay on Main, you will not know until you get there that you are actually staying at the Cecil Hotel. And they have to share the same elevators, the same plumbing, same common spaces, everything.
They had 2 separate entrances too, right?
Yeah.
Once you get them to your room, up to your floor, you're literally running into like these very potentially dangerous people that live there. Elisa Lam ended up booking a stay at the Stay on Main for a few days. The last seen footage of her was actually in this elevator. I don't know if I'm gonna insert the clip right here. You guys can look it up for yourself, but basically she almost looked like she was under some sort of possession. The way she was like contorting her body, it was just like very unhuman-like.
If you were to see that video, you would think that it's a possession.
Right.
Because it was like really creepy.
And she also looks like she's hiding from somebody at one point in the elevator. That we all found what was weird before was that the elevator just wasn't shutting for some reason.
Ghost Adventures actually came out with an episode.
It's on Discovery Plus, by the way. It's not even on AMC anymore. Just get your 7-day free trial if you want to watch that.
But on the Netflix series, they actually explained that she was coming off of her meds, like she stopped taking them.
Don't spoil it. Don't watch past this if you guys haven't seen that documentary yet on Netflix. It's called the Cecil Hotel documentary or something.
If you watch both series, Ghost Adventures and the Netflix series, you're gonna tie everything together.
Speaking of the Cecil Hotel, the Night Stalker. We just watched that documentary and it was so crazy because all these places committed these devastating murders was literally all around us. That's insane. What's interesting about murders back in the 1980s from Richard Ramirez was that you see all these news clips in that documentary and you realize how fearful everybody is because they don't have security systems back then. Like today it's so easy to say like, well, you could see somebody on our Ring camera. If someone's gonna break in, you're gonna hear like an alarm that goes off and it instantly calls the police. But these people
And we
were
have
like
guns.
Yes, so don't come to our house, you guys. Just kidding. No, I'm not. About the gun, we do have them because before we moved into this house, we lived in an apartment and there was break-ins. Like literally our neighbors 3 doors down, then it was 2 doors down, and we were up next and we was like, ain't gonna happen today. Ain't gonna happen today.
That's what started your obsession with buying a bunch of guns.
Done with the buying guns and now they're making their own guns at this point.
Yep.
They're past the point of buying.
How do you craft your own bullets?
That's dangerous. I would not recommend that.
Just call Eugene.
That's what I was thinking.
Just call Eugene and
Something made our light turn off, you guys. So yeah, what was so crazy about this case also is that he was such a Satan worshiper, which it makes it very scary because almost all the places that he committed these just tragic crimes and these rapes, not to mention the rapes with children,
that guy was sick.
he would leave like the devil mark, the star, the pentagram thing on the walls, and like when he was in court, before they dragged him off, he looked at the camera and was like, "Hail Satan."
Yeah, that guy was creepy.
But it's crazy because when he got found, by the way, if you don't want spoilers for this documentary, if you're planning on watching it, the way he got found was because eventually somebody saw him and like survived. So they were able to describe what he looked like. They got the mugshot of him when he was arrested previously for a completely different crime. So this picture started circulating around all of Los Angeles, all over the world, because this is one of the biggest things that was happening in the world, not to mention the biggest fear that every Angelino had living here in LA.
It's an Angelino.
It's just the term for people that live in LA. So you're an Angelino.
Interesting.
The way he got caught was he was sitting on a city bus. Someone was looking at the newspaper, looked up, recognized him. The guy that recognized him got off the bus, got on the payphone, called the police. That person started telling the other person to follow him, and then that person started telling him to follow him. The whole city was working together. There was never a moment that eyes were not on Richard Ramirez. So eventually he ended up getting stuck in this neighborhood, and he tried getting the keys from this woman to steal her car and get away. But the husband came up behind him and hit hit him over the head with something and he started bleeding, and then he's yelling out to all the neighbors, come and get him, this is the killer, this is the killer. Like 20 different neighbors ended up coming out of their house and beating the out of him, and by the time the cops came, his face looked like a boxer. Like, it was so swollen around his eyes. Like, he was just a mess. Yeah, you see him in the back of the police car, and he just has the darkest eyes, right?
I mean, not even just back of the car.
Pictures
Every
of him.
single photo of him, his eyes are pitch black.
Everyone says that you just get this sensation of like evil energy from him. Like, he just exudes not like a human, but just like evil.
They even made the American Horror.
The American Horror Story, that campground season.
He was in that.
He became an actor?
Yeah.
So Richard Ramirez is no longer with us in this world. You know, when it comes to that, I believe in like good and evil, and God and demons.
Oh, the
but
devil. The devil was in this guy.
Yeah, I really believe that the demons aren't really in hell, that there's a lot of them here on earth within people.
Anyone in the right mind couldn't do those things.
Yeah, why was there like a sudden like spree of murderers starting in the 1970s? Like, it wasn't like this before then. So yeah, what are your guys' favorite true crime stories? We'd love to hear them. We're like super into this these days, ever since we started watching Stephanie Sue and these documentaries.
And what's your guys' favorite animal?
Good question.
You know
Sophie.
everyone's gonna answer that.
Yeah, they will.
That's why I asked.
So you guys pretty satisfied with your food?
I'd say so.
I feel like I have cuts on my tongue.
Oh, I thought he was about to say, I feel like I got cuts in my body now.
Same.
I thought he was about to be like, damn, I feel so ripped these days. Like, I can see cuts.
Especially because we were just talking about our bellies.
No.
Oh, it's okay. So
Are you sore today?
I'm sort of like right here.
Oh.
Lex and Chris has been working out, doing a little weightlifting and such.
Show your muscles off.
Oh.
Alright guys, so I don't know if this video was entertaining, but it was just us chatting with you guys, having some delicious food, some of our favorite meals, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. But if you guys have any true crime stories that you'd like to share with us that you guys might want us to check out since we're into this these days, comment down below.
I was just thinking, like, we should talk about, like, disasters, natural disasters. Like,
Hurricanes.
I just remember, like, you've dealt with a volcano.
Daddy's about to have a natural disaster in the toilet.
Everyone comment your
Every day.
favorite natural disaster down below.
Mine was, like, the one that I lived through was the 89 earthquake.
No, literally, that was like the year that I came to America.
It's crazy that you weren't actually born here.
Are you calling me a foreigner?
Yeah.
Daddy's more fob than I am.
No.
Yes.
You were born in the
He's
Philippines.
full Filipino.
You were born in the Philippines.
No, you're full Filipino.
I am full
So,
Filipino.
but you were born in the Philippines.
I was born on U.S. soil
Still in the Philippines.
in Angeles City, Philippines.
Exactly.
Fresh off the boat. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already joined our Do More Darling family, go ahead and do so by hitting the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to hit the notification button as well so you'll be the first to be notified of all these videos we do on our channel. And don't forget to follow us on social media. We'll have all of our links right over here.
I don't see
listen down-
anything there.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. As always, we love you darlings very much, and we will talk to you later. Love you darlings. Bye. Mwah.
Can you get this for my 16th birthday?
Sure.
Thank you. I want to look so cool in that. Can I get this shirt? I'm serious.
Dang, what? I guess we know your type.